Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I hope you are as excited as I am. I'm from group 4, my name is Muhammad Rifki Rizkullah. But first, I want to introduce my friend. The first one is Cut Putri Julia, Rizka Dwi Aprilia, Arya Syaputra, Asrizkia Nabila, Nabila Raihana, and Adinda Dwi Rahmadani. And in the next few minutes, we'll be exploring about adverb, verb, adjective, and pronoun. And the first one to present is Rizka Dwi Aprilia and Adidan Dwi Rahmadani.
Hello everyone, I'm Rizka Dwi Aprilia. Today, I'm going to talk about adverb, which are an important element in the English language that we use every day. Adverb is a word that functions to provide additional information about a verb, adjective, or other adverb in a sentence. In other words, an adverb is a word that describes the manner, place, time, frequency, and extent of an action. Next, the function of adverbs. There are three main functions of using adverb in a sentence. First, modifying verbs. Adverbs help explain how or why an action happened. For example, in the sentence, she is singing beautifully. The word beautifully is an adverb that modifies the verb sings. In the context of the sentence, the word beautifully adds the nuance that the manner in which she sings is not only satisfying but also done with a certain beauty or fluidity. Second, modifying adjective. Adverbs can also be used to provide additional information about the adjective. For example, he is extremely tall, where extremely is an adverb that modifies the adjective tall. In the context of the sentence, the word extremely adds the nuance that a person's stature is not only tall but also extremely tall, showing the extent of the stature. Third, modifying adverbs. Sometimes, an adverb is used to provide additional information about another adverb. For example, he walks quite slowly, where quite is an adverb that modifies the adverb slowly. In the context of the sentence, the word quite adds the nuance that the rate at which a person walks is not only slow but also quite slow, indicating the extent of the speed of the walk. Types of adverbs. Adverbs can be grouped into several types, such as first, adverb of time. Describe when an action occurs, for example, now, yesterday, soon, today, tomorrow. For example, I will meet you tomorrow. The sentence gives information about when the action meet you will happen, which is the next day. Second, adverb of place. Describe where an action occurs, such as here, there, everywhere, outside, inside, home. For example, I live here. In this sentence, the word here gives information about the location where the action live takes place, in the current place or in the place being talked about. Third, adverb of manner. Describe how something happens, such as slowly, quickly, happily, carefully. For example, she sings beautifully. In this sentence, the word beautifully provides information about the way in which the action sings occurs in a beautiful or satisfying way.
Everyone, my name is Adinda Dwi Rahmadani. Here I will continue the explanation about adverbs. Type of adverbs. 4. Adverb of frequency. Adverb of frequency is used to describe how often an action happens. For example, I always brush my teeth. 5. Adverb of degree. An adverb of degree is used to give information about the level or extent of an action. For example, he is quite intelligent. 6. Interrogative adverbs. Interrogative adverbs are used to create questions and ask when, where, how, why, so on. For example, where do you live? 7. Conjunctive adverb. Conjunctive adverbs are used to connect two clauses or sentences in sequence, such as contract, effect, time, and so on. For example, I like to read books. However, I don't have much time. Example of adverb usages. The first, she dances gracefully. Gracefully is an adverb of manner that describes the way the woman dances. Second, the soup is quite delicious. Quite is an adverb of degree that describes how good the soup tastes. The third, she has recently gone home. Recently is an adverb of time that describes when the woman went home.
Verb. According to a Cambridge dictionary, a verb is a word that describes an action, activity, state, or experience. In Indonesia, verbs are often called kata kerja because they indicate the activity of the subject in sentence. Verbs are the most important part and always appear in every sentence. And the function is verb is 1. Predict. Verbs show action or states like she, eats. And number 2 is connector. Connector verbs link the subject with adjective nouns as in she feels happy. And number 3 is tense. Tense verb indicate time like past, present, like past, present, or future. As in she ran yesterday. Modality modal verb express possibility necessary as or ability like can, will, and must. Condition verb in conditional sentence show result as in if she comes I will be happy. Command request verb convey comments or requests like please close the door or eat your meal or eat your food. And the last one is transitive or intransitive. Verbs are distinguished by needing an object, transitive or not intransitive, like she bought a book and she loved. The type of verbs. Type of verbs is very many types, like the one is transitive verb. Request an object, example, she eats an apple. Intransitive verbs does not require an object, example, he sleeps. Linking verbs connect subject with additional information, example, she is happy. Modal verb express possibility, necessity, or ability, example, he can swim. Auxiliary verbs support main verb is form tense, aspect, or mood. Example, they have finished. Regular verb form past tense by adding at. Example, she walked. Irregular verbs form past tense irregularly. Example, he ate. Adverb express an action by subject. Example, she write. State verbs express that subject. Example, the flowers smell. And the last one is phrasal verbs. Consists of a main verb and particles or preposition. Example, he looks up. And verb. Example, in dimly lit laboratory, the scientists carefully illuminated the microscopic specimen under powerful microscope, revealing intricate detail previously unseen by human eyes.
Hi, this is me Nur Nabila Raihana. In here I will explain about adjective. What is the definition of adjective? Adjective is a word that describes or provides more information about a noun or pronoun. It typically comes after a verb or before the noun it modifies. Adjective can be used to describe qualities, quantities, or to specify a thing as distinct from something else. What about the function? It to provide additional information about the noun or pronoun it modifies, such as its size, color, material, or age. Also, adjective can describe feeling or qualities. Example like the sentence, he is a lonely man, or they are honest. And adjective can also give nationality or origins. Example, I hear a French song. Adjective can tell more about a thing's characteristic. Example, that is flashy car. The knife is sharp. Sharp mean tajam. Also, adjective can tell us about age, like the sentence, he's a young man, or my car is old. Adjective can tell us about size and measurement. Example like John is a tall man, or this film is long. Adjective can tell us what something is made of, like the table is wooden, or she wore a cotton dress. Adjective can also tell us about color and shape, like Paul wore a red shirt, or I sat at a round table. Adjective can express a judgment or a value, like that was a fantastic film, or grammar is complicated.
Types of adjective. First is appositive adjective. Follow the noun, they modify set off by commas or dashes. 2. Compound adjective. Formed by two or more words expressing a single idea connected by a hyphen when used before of a noun. 3 is participle adjective, identical to the participle form of a verb, ending in ing, at, or n. 4 is proper adjective, formed from a proper noun always capitalized. 5 is the denominational adjective, formed from a noun often with a suffix. 6 is nominal adjective, functions as a noun typically preceded by the. Example of an adjective use is an adjective is a word that describes or modifies a noun, indicating a quality, quantity, or other characteristic of the noun it modifies. Here are some examples of adjective usage. The dog is fast. The adjective fast describes the quality of the dog's speed. The soup is edible. The adjective edible describes the quality of the soup suitability for consumption. She wore a beautiful dress. The adjective beautiful describes the quality of the dress appearance. The movie is very funny. The adverb very modifies the adjective funny, which describes the quality of the movie's humor.
My name is Putri Julia. The next material is about pronouns. Pronouns are words that replace noun or noun phrases and serve to avoid repeating the same noun that has been mentioned before. Pronouns adalah kata yang digunakan untuk menggantikan noun atau frasa noun dan berfungsi untuk menghindari pengulangan kata yang sama yang telah disebutkan sebelumnya. In English, there are 7 types of pronouns, namely personal pronouns, possessive adjective and possessive pronouns, reflexive pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, and indefinite pronouns. First, I want to explain about personal pronouns. Personal pronouns are words that are used to replace person or thing. Personal pronouns adalah kata yang digunakan untuk menggantikan sebutan orang atau benda. Personal pronouns dibagi lagi menjadi lakuannya sebagai subjek dan objek. Personal pronouns sebagai subjek, bentuk-bentuknya yaitu I, you, they, we, he, she, it. Subjek terletak di awal dan sebelum kata kerja atau auxiliary. For example, I go to school early. You are a boy. They are students. We are busy today. He is a colonel. She is a good girl. And it is a car. Next, personal pronouns sebagai objek. Bentuk-bentuknya ada me, you, them, us, him, her, and it. Objek biasanya diletakkan di akhir kalimat atau setelah kata kerja. For example, Ali asked me to open the door. The teacher wants to talk to you. Tell them to hurry up. Don't be angry with us. Rachid received a letter from her last week. Jack is hurt because Bill hit him. Mark can't find it. Second, possessive adjective. Possessive adjective are words that are used to express expression. They cannot stand alone, so they follow by a noun. Possessive adjective adalah kata-kata yang digunakan untuk menyatakan kepemilikan. Possessive adjective tidak dapat berdiri sendiri, sehingga mereka diikuti oleh kata benda. Yang termasuk bentuk dari possessive adjective adalah my, your, their, our, his, her, and it. Possessive adjective dapat berupa subjek maupun objek. For example, my mom went to Monica. This is his house. Their problems are serious. I visited our grandmother. Her husband is a doctor. This is your bag. Its door is broken. Third, possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns are words that are used to express expression. They can stand alone and not followed by noun. Possessive adjective adalah kata-kata yang digunakan untuk menyatakan kepemilikan. Mereka dapat berdiri sendiri dan tidak diikuti oleh noun. Bentuk-bentuk dari possessive pronouns yaitu mine, yours, theirs, ours, his, hers, and it. For example, Tina is a friend of mine. I am yours. This big house is theirs. That car is ours. That bag looks like his. These shoes are not hers. Whose bag is this? It's hers. Fourth, relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are words that are used to express something that has a reciprocal relation. Relative pronouns adalah kata-kata yang digunakan untuk menyatakan sesuatu yang memiliki hubungan timbal balik. Relative pronouns biasanya digunakan untuk menyatakan suatu perbuatan yang tidak disengaja atau refleks. Bentuk-bentuk dari relative pronouns yaitu myself, yourself, themself, ourself, himself, herself, and itself. For example, when I was cutting bread, I cut myself. You will hurt yourself. They are pleased with themselves. We built a house ourselves. He bought himself a new motorcycle. She hurt herself. The cat passing by itself.
My name is Azrizkia Nabila and I will continue the material that has been explained by Cut Putri Julia. 5. Demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun are words that are used to point out something. There are several forms of pronouns included in this type of demonstrative pronoun, namely this, that, and those. This has one number of nouns and used for nearby or recent distance. That has one number of nouns and used for far away or a long time ago distance. This has more than one number of nouns and used for nearby or recent distance. Those have more than one number of nouns and used for far away or a long time ago distance. 6. Interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are words that used to ask for questions. There are several forms included in this type of interrogative pronouns, namely who, what, which, when, where, whose, whom, why, and how. For the example, first is what. What makes you happy? What does your father do? What is it about? Who? Who called you here? Who is the manager of this store? Whom? Whom is she dating? Whom have they called for this? Whom is she living with? Whose? Whose is it? I want to buy it. These bangles look quite antique. Whose are there? This sweat look great on you. Whose is it? Which? Which is your car? Which of these is your house? Which was your favorite song? 7. Relative pronouns. Relative pronoun is usually that used in adjective clauses. Therefore, it is located between phrases because it acts as a connector atau sebagai penghubung. Some of the forms included in this type of relative pronoun are that, who, whom, whose, and which. So, I will explain. Whose is for introduces a relative clause describing someone or something's possessions. The example, I found a person whose cat lost their collar. Which is used for introduces non-essential information. For the example, Hawaiian pizza, which is my favorite food, is delicious. That is used for gives important information. For the example, this is the puppy that won the contest. Who is refers to people, used as a subject. For the example, the company hired guides who spoke English. Whom is used to refers to people or used as an object. For the example, Dennis was the one whom Albert gave the case to. 8. Indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns are words that are always considered singular and require a verb in singular form. Example, everybody loves to watch the program. Anybody can answer my questions. Somebody pushed me from behind. Nobody knows how the magician performed the trick. Something is better than nothing. One must love one's country. Both are possible answers. Indefinite pronouns that refers to any particular person or things. They are used to point to persons or things in general. These pronouns can function as singular, plural, or both.
Developing a solid understanding of verbs, adverbs, adjectives, and pronouns in English not only enhances communication skills but also enables individuals to express thoughts and ideas clearly and effectively, contributing to better comprehension and engagement in conversation written text, thereby fostering stronger communication and relationship in both personal and professional setting. This is the end of group 4 presentation for today. If you guys have any question, please feel free to ask. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.